soldiers, your boy Chris, Tasty Tuesday, vibes it up in the kitchen. Always a pleasure to have you guys here with me. Leftover jerk chicken, went in the fridge, looking around, saw some other ingredients in there. So today we're doing a non-traditional, non-Caribbean dish. We're using that leftover jerk chicken to make a jerk chicken chili. You heard me right? Mexican in the place. Habla Espanol. Watch now, you're gonna love this one. Simple to put together, and you just leave it on the stove or in your slow cooker and you allow it to do its thing. But the key ingredient here, leftover jerk chicken. Let me get cooking now. I've got my pot on a low heat, going with about 1.5 tablespoons just to coat the bottom of the pot here. And I'm just using one of those clay glazed fire baked pots. You can use any pot you like. I just like using this one for making chili. And right away I'm going to go in with some onion. And it's pretty much 2 medium-sized onions that I chopped up rough, gave it a rough chop to. 3 cloves of garlic that I just smashed with the back of my knife. And I've got here a whole bunch of celery, as well as the leaves, the top of the celery. That's going to give it some good flavor. Heat on low, and you want to sweat that down for about 4 or 5 minutes. My heat is still on low. My kitchen is smelling lovely with that scent from that cooked onions. You gotta appreciate cooked onions. Frying onions, watch now. Black pepper. And I've got here, this is just the pre-packaged chili powder mix, just straight out of a pack. Nothing fancy. I mean, if you want to make your own stuff, put together your own mix, you can certainly do that. Heat's still on low, and I'm going to toast that now for another couple minutes. Mix that up, toast that for another couple minutes to awaken all that wonderful spices in that chili powder mix. It's all about that toasted cumin at this point, so that kitchen is going to be smelling nice. When I am making chili, you will notice one thing, the common denominator. Anything in the fridge will make its way into my chili. Some carrots, and that is for a little bit more texture and body. And I mean to say, like I said, it's a great way of using the stuff I have in the fridge. And I have some mushrooms. Not typically what you would find in chili, but that is just the way I like it. And remember, at the end of the day, I might have to eat this, right? So I've got 1 can of chopped tomato. Liquid and everything is going to go in there. And this can is 796 milliliters. Because I use that diced tomato in there, I know it's going to have a bit of a tartness to it. So I like to go in at this point with my salt. And right away I balance things off just a little bit with some brown sugar. A little bit strange, I know, but it works. Trust me on that. Next up, it's time for the beans, and it's just 1 can of beans that I rinsed off because I want to take off most of that grit and the sodium that it's packaged with. Give that a quick stir, and now we're just going to add the final few ingredients. Remember, we still got to go in with that leftover jerk chicken in there to really bring all them kind of nice flavors together. Here's the thing, usually when I make chili, just about everybody wants some. So not just at home here, but I've got to designate a portion for my mom, for my dad, for my niece. So I'm going to make a nice big pot here. So I'm going to go in with the 2nd can of that diced tomato. Next up, we got to go in with the herbal elements. You know, in the Caribbean we love we herbs. Well, not that, only that, not that type of herbs. We've got some scallion. We've got some parsley, and I've got some coriander, or what is better known in North America as cilantro. And you know your boy have to go in with that kick. Scotch bonnet pepper all diced up. You gotta bring him to the party, man. Caribbean sunshine to the max, you know. Give that a stir, bring that up to a boil. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna go dice up that jerk chicken. So pretty much it's jerk chicken legs that I have here. So all I want to do is pretty much remove the skin first. I really don't want to get that skin in there. And all I'm going to do is remove the pieces of meat off the bones, like so. I'm going to discard the bones. If you want, actually, you know what? Nah, I was thinking maybe I'm going to put the bones in there, but we're wasting time with that today. So pretty much all we're doing, taking these out, and we're going to strip all these beautiful pieces of meat off the bones, and that's going to go into the chili for this amazing jerk chicken chili. I've got all those pieces, that chopped up pieces of that jerk chicken. Got a nice pile of it. That smokiness, all those flavors from that jerk chicken. Watch now. It's going to give a whole new dimension to this chili. I'm telling you, man. Chris just being creative and crazy in the kitchen here, yes, people. Anyways, bring this up to a boil, put the lid on it, and let that go for a couple hours, low heat. If you've got a slow cooker, you can certainly put that in the slow cooker and just let it do its thing, man. Couple hours at least. We want this to be nice and tender and bring every flavor together, you know what I mean? It's been going now for about an hour and a half. Just want to show you guys how nice and thick all those flavors have come together. I'm getting a nice smokiness from that jerk chicken as well. If you want, you can taste it for salt at this point, adjust it accordingly. If you want to make it a little bit more spicy, you can go in with a little bit more of that scotch bonnet pepper if you want. This is good as it is right here. My carrots are tender and everything has come together, but I like letting it go an extra little 15 minutes or so just to finish things off, just to round things off, you know. So there you go, friends. Chris here, CaribbeanPod.com. I mean to say, chili is not something traditional to the Caribbean, but I mean to say, we did it, right? Jerk chicken chili, you cannot go wrong. Give the video a thumbs up. If you want, you can finish it off with some cilantro. Just chop it up, put it in there, and you're good to go. Always a pleasure to have you guys here in the kitchen with me. Bless up, man.